This is November 22nd, and our meditation was for Eileen. And in this, I quickly saw that it was not Eileen that was doing, but I is functioning. Although outwardly it would appear to be Eileen. Eileen is resting and is in the role of a beholder, while I am experiencing myself as her life. And therefore I am the doer. I am that which is her bread and her meat, wine and water, and hers is the activity of rest. Rest, Eileen, for now I am functioning in every department of your experience, and you are the beholder, the witness that I am with you. We have taken on today, and this means you will take on, a six-year-old child who is evidently mentally maladjusted to the extent of being uncontrollable in conduct and so forth. And take this up, and then be sure that you are handling the subject of cataracts, of cancer, and of heart conditions, because we are flooded with claims of this kind at present, and it means that we, our group, needs to get clear on these subjects. You realize, of course, that any of these claims that have come to me in the mail may be met long before you even hear of their existence. And in the normal course of events, they should be. But I am opening all of these to you, since these claims still exist on earth, regardless of the individuals who have contacted me, and we are trying through this united work to see if something further will not unfold to us on the subject of this two or more gathered together in my name, so that as I present to you these claims, you will work on them just the same as if they had been presented to you for the first time, even though in some cases they are probably met before you hear of them, and in other cases the healing is on the way. On the other hand, there may be some of these that I'm presenting to you in which no progress is being made at all, and your help will help the rest of us to break through. November 26th. I'm going to give you a form of meditation which I must ask you not to pass on to anyone until you yourself have completely mastered this meditation. I have never taught this meditation because I feel that only those prepared for it will be able to demonstrate it, and it will take you not less than 3 to 4 months to successfully accomplish this meditation. At first, you may not enjoy it. At first, you may not even approve of it. But you may take my word for it, meanwhile, until you have proven it for yourself, that this particular meditation, for those who are ready for it, will lead to the goal of self-realization or conscious oneness. It is only in the first month or two, and when I say month or two, I am counting on the fact that you will give never less than 1 to 2 hours per day to this particular meditation. And then, within a couple of months, you will find that the practice that you indulge, you no longer indulge, but it comes back to you from within yourself. I will illustrate it as I go along. But as I say, I cannot demonstrate the actual completion of the meditation in you until you have sufficiently practiced. For the purpose of this meditation, you must assume that there are two of you. I, my real self, my true identity. I, the I that I am. And that there is then me, Joel. And now I draw myself up to where I am sitting on top of my brain, up under the skull, inside the skull. I am up there looking down. I am looking all around inside of my head. Imagine that you're looking at your brain from the front all the way down the back to the top of the spinal cord. I am up there looking at the inside of my head. And I am saying, I up there am saying, be still and know I am God. In using this scriptural passage, be still and know that I am God, you of course cannot use it as a formula. You have to use it as it comes to you. I illustrate. I'm sitting up now on inside the top of my head, and I'm looking all around inside and saying, be still. Be still and know. Be still and know. I am. God. Be still. Be still and know I am God. Be still. Be still. Be still and know I am God. Now let us look down through our shoulders, down into both of our arms, all the way to the fingertips. But remember, we're inside the head, looking down through the inside of the shoulder, both shoulders, down through both arms, all the way to the fingertips, as if it were all hollow in there. And I'm looking right down through those arms and saying, be still. Be still. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Eye up in the top of the head. I'm looking right down through the shoulders, right through the arms, all the way to the fingertips and saying, be still. Be still. Be still and know I am God. I am God. Be still and know I am. I am. And sitting up there, inside the top of the head, look down now through the chest, down through your neck, into the chest, all the way down into your diaphragm. And as you look down there, say, be still. Be still and know. Be still and know I am God. I am. Be still and know. You see, you can look all around there inside of your neck, all the way down into your chest. You can feel it all the way down into your diaphragm and address it and say to it, be still, to every part of your being and body. Be still and know I am God. Be still and know I am. I am God. And now look down the back of your neck, all the way down, across the whole of your back, all the way down your spine, across the lumbar region, all the way down inside, and say to it, be still. Be still. Be still and know I am. I am God. Be still and know I am God. And now you can almost see from your waistline down through both of your legs, all the way down to the toes, as if both of your legs had hollows, and you could look right down inside of your legs, all the way down from your waistline down to your toes, and say to it, be still. Be still and know I am God. Be still and know I am God. It may be that at some part of this meditation you will feel the cords of your neck get stiff. Just return there and address them. Be still. Be still and know. Relax those muscles. Let them go. Be still and know. See, I can relax those muscles just by addressing them. Be still. Let go. I am God. Know I am. Be still and know I am God. Be still and know I am. Be still and know I am. And there comes the relaxing. And so any part of the body, maybe the arms get tense. Look right down inside of them and address them. Be still. And know I am God. Be still and know I am God. You might even, for the moment, think of Joel, or yourself, I mean, as separate from I am, and you may even say, Joel, be still. Be still, Joel. I'm saying this to me, you are saying it to you. Be still, Joel, and know I am. Be still, Joel, and know I am. Now you can see that you could not possibly cover yourself and your body properly, slowly, in less than a half to 3/4 of an hour, and at the beginning probably an hour, or probably in the beginning a half or 3/4 of an hour and extending it to an hour, and then later coming back to 3/4 and then a half, because after once you have developed the ability to sit down and instantly address yourself and your body with be still and know, and your body settles down into it and obeys, and you settle down and your mind settles down and obeys, you will then find yourself in such a peaceful receptivity that instead of you addressing, you will hear yourself being addressed, and even your body will be addressed. You'll see it within yourself and feel it within yourself, how it goes to every part of the body, through the bloodstream, through the flesh, through the bones. You can actually feel it taking place. And you can feel your body responding. You see, the body must become subject unto God, just as you must become subject unto God, and your body must become subject unto God, and your business must become subject unto God. This is the way you bring it subject unto God. Address it. Body, be still. Be still and know I am. Be still and know I am God. And then one day, it will happen so that the moment you sit down, you will feel an inner presence addressing you and your body. And it may use the name I. It may say, I will never leave you nor forsake you. It may say, I am with you unto the end of the world. And you'll know that I am with your body and your business and your home and your family and your health. That I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. But you see, that must develop from within. This form of meditation will ultimately change the nature of your whole life and being. But you can perceive instantly why the younger student could not accept this meditation. First of all, it might give them a wrong sense of I. Secondly, it may be as if they personally were controlling the body. And this would leave them without a God. It is only that at your present stage, you know that you are not causing your body to breathe or digest or eliminate. You are merely bidding it to be still so that it can be governed by the divine consciousness, which operates without methods, without words, without specific thoughts. The moment you can bid the body to be still, you make it receptive to the government which you are not voicing. You need not humanly say, digest, eliminate, breathe. But when you say, be still, that very stillness brings it under the government of divine consciousness. And the only word for it is I. But not the I of conscious thinking. The I which I am. You need take no thought for your body, how it shall breathe or how it shall digest or how it shall eliminate. I govern body and being. I am the law and the substance and the activity of body and being and organs and functions. Therefore, be still, body. Be still, mind. Be still and know I am. Be still and know I am God. Do not hurry this meditation. Take it slowly. Be willing to put in close to an hour each day. Be willing several times during the day to return to it for 5-minute periods. and be willing to look right down from on top, right down through every part of your body when you say, be still. Actually, it is no different than when you say to your patient, relax. Or if you say to your patient, be still and know. Or if you say to your patient or your student, relax, I am with you. Well, you see, you can say that to your patient, but isn't your body your patient? Isn't your body your student? Isn't your body the instrument that is given to you for your expression and transportation? Well then, isn't the body subject unto you, more especially unto the divine you? Well, it must be, for your life will not be complete until your body is subject unto the divine I that I am, the divine you. Until your body automatically is breathing, thinking, digesting, eliminating, walking, standing upright, resting at peace, relaxing in quietness. Until your body is all of this, your body is not subject to the divine powers that be, which is your true selfhood, God, the Spirit of God in you. Your body must be as responsive to God as your business, your profession, your healing ministry. All of these should be under God's grace. I am helping you to bring your body under God's grace. We need these mechanics in the beginning. If I had not needed them myself, I would not be recommending them to you. If I did not know that these mechanics are not pleasant to us at this state of our unfoldment, I would not have to remind you to persist in this. We feel that we are too far advanced to resort to mechanics, but it isn't so. Unless already you are completely under the jurisdiction of your highest self, unless you have your body completely under the dominion of your true identity, your true being, your true selfhood, then you will require these mechanics for a while in order to bring yourself to that state of meditation where, with eyes open or closed, whether busy at something or not busy, you can instantly realize, be still and know, be still and know I am. I am God. And do you not see now that this is also practicing the presence of God? Do you not see that all we have done here is practice the presence of God? Do you see that we have kept our mind stayed on God? Do you see that we have acknowledged Him even in our bodily ways? All that I ever teach is the fulfillment of Scripture, but from its highest level of God realization. Some students believe that I rule out all ceremonies or rituals. I only rule these out for collective indulgence. I limit no individual in the way in which they shall worship. Therefore, if the Spirit within you takes you to your knees to pray, as long as you are doing it in secret, go to your knees. If you are led to keep a flower on your table, on your desk, on your dressing table, as long as the purpose of it is secret within you, as long as you know that it is an offering of beauty and thanksgiving, a reminder of a divine presence, do that. If you enjoy a figure representing Jesus Christ or Buddha, or Kuan Yin, have it there. Have it there, but keep the purpose of it secret. Realize for yourself that its only purpose is as a constant reminder of an invisible grace. That all of these figures only symbolize the Christ, which appeared on earth in these many forms and still appears on earth in these many forms. Only never recommend or suggest such practices, because that results in obedience to a man-made injunction. And we give no orders to anyone, nor do we suggest a form of worship to anyone. But we are led of the Spirit to worship in our own individual way. If you are asked about church, there's no reason why you should not feel as I do. The church has an atmosphere in which one may quietly meditate, pray, realize the divine presence. Do not substitute the orthodox traditions for some new man-made traditions of your own or my own. Set each soul free to worship in their own way, and never find any way to be wrong. As long as an individual is honest enough to practice it in secret. All worship is wrong when done in public, for it does not carry the weight of spiritual sincerity. It is the same with this meditation. You can readily see how this could be misunderstood, how it could be confused with some method of controlling the body. If you examine this closely, however, from your standpoint, you will see that the only control that we are exercising is the control of quiet, stillness. Be still, body. Be still, mind. Be still and know. I am God. In quietness and stillness. Be still and know. Of course, I will expect you to write me when the peace of God has descended upon you and upon your body through this practice. And then you will find why it is that some of your healings seem to be better than others, some more rapid, some of greater depth. You will find that when you are in this inner stillness, stillness of mind and body, that the healing consciousness flows out from you, with or without words or thoughts. And therefore it is more important to be in this stillness than it is to give the treatment. For this stillness itself is the best treatment. Right? In taking up work for our patients or students, or for any part of this wider, more universal work, it is necessary, after getting into this state of inner peace, that we first of all realize, put up thy sword. Never undertake healing work until you have established yourself in the realization that you're not going to God to have God do anything, that the very nothingness of this claim or appearance precludes the necessity for any God to do anything. Because unless you are in this complete state of non-aggression, you will be attempting, consciously or unconsciously, to use the power of God or to use your spiritual contact for a purpose. The spiritual contact must be made. The realization of God must be achieved, but not for any purpose. And at the beginning of every session of meditation, at the start of every meditation, at the start of all treatment work or healing work, the first two steps are: get into the inner peace or silence. Then realize, put up thy sword. We are not using one power over another power. And then the rest of your treatment and prayer and communion will normally and naturally unfold. This is December 26th, and since our last addition to this tape, Bessie Anderson has been added to this in a group, and her day for our united work is Monday, same day as Floyd, so that each Monday belongs to both of them, and it is our function throughout the day and night to see that as we are led, we must direct our conscious work in their direction for their upliftment, the opening of their consciousness, realization, or whatever it is that you are led to do in support of each other. You must never forget the purpose of this. There is no selfish reason in this. In other words, we are not doing work for Floyd or for Bessie just because they are Floyd and Bessie any more than we are working another day for Lorraine or Eileen or Olney or Emma or Joel or Daisy. It is because this inner group is a united group, and individually and collectively we are dedicating our lives to whatever purpose God uses us. So it is not that we would be healthy or wealthy for our own sakes, but that we may have the health and the wealth to carry on our work. And we'll come back to this subject in just a few minutes. Now, the previous message ended with the statement that there are not two powers, and that we do not use one power over another. And so it is that, having said that, I am presented with an opportunity to take up with you the work that lies closest to my heart, but the particular work with which I have not had too much success with you or the rest of our students. Throughout the writings, I make it clear that you must know the correct letter of truth. But I think that I have failed to make it clear to you that knowing the correct letter of truth is only a step. That unless you practice the truth you know, diligently, perseveringly, that you will never get any further than knowing it, intellectually knowing it, and not practically demonstrating it. And so I'm going to open up this entire subject again. If it does nothing more than get it on tape, at least that will be one accomplishment. On the other hand, if the tape gets into the wrong hands, it may be better for you, for me, and for the whole world that the tape never had been made. The world that we live in, the human world, is a mind world, M-I-N-D. Universal mind, not spelled with a capital M. Mind is the substance of the world we live in. Whether the world appears in the form of matter, solid matter, liquid matter, air matter, gas matter, whether it appears as a piece of gold, a piece of ground, or a germ, or an atom, the substance is mind. As you know, water is one form of matter, but ice is another form of the same matter, and steam is still another form of the same matter. Actually, it's all water. It is all 2 parts hydrogen and 1 part oxygen. Whether you see it as water, ice, or steam. No, that's air I'm talking about. What is water? H2O. Oh, good. Then water, H2O, is still H2O, whether it's ice or whether it's steam. But if you didn't know that and somebody told you that they were all three the same substance, you could hardly believe it. But after somebody demonstrates it for you in the laboratory, you can not only accept it, you can even demonstrate it. Well, so it is if I say to you that mind is the substance of this universe, whether the form is a lump of gold or a lump of germs, you cannot believe it. But if something has told you the rightness of the message of the infinite way, even though you don't understand its principles, you're willing to learn them and try to demonstrate them. So it is that you must accept what I say to you, that, I mean, as a student you must accept it. You don't have to remain a student if you don't like. But if you do, you must accept what I say, that mind is the substance of all visible form. And that because of this, everything in this universe is subject to mind action. It is subject to mind control because it is of the substance of mind, and it responds to its own causative substance. Mind doesn't cause gold or germs. Mind appears as gold or germs, or silver or wood, trees, earth, butterflies, snakes. Mind is a substance. And mind governs the forms it assumes. Now then, you have a small measure of proof in the fact that if you mentally decide to have a strong body, you can mentally undertake to perform physical exercises and produce that strong body, the muscles. But remember this, the muscles aren't doing it themselves and the body isn't doing it. Mind has got to do it, and mind has got to keep doing it, because the body will stop the minute the mind doesn't continue the order to continue the exercise. So it's mind that puts the body through its exercises, and it's mind that determines the result of those exercises. Now, it is what particular form the activity of mind takes that determines what the outward experience is going to be. And that I must illustrate this way. You have known the type of person who is fearful of germs, who washes their hands at every opportunity with some kind of a special soap, and who, when there are colds about, covers up the nose or puts a mask around the nose, or who gargles the throat regularly to keep the germs out, or who keeps the house fully covered with germicide. Well, now, they have made of germs an evil thing. And at the first opportunity, germs will be evil unto them. And they will perhaps catch more colds than the other type of person who ignores them, and suffer more from the effects of germs than anybody else. That is because in their mind they have imbued germs with these terrible powers. Now, if you were a well-taught Christian Scientist, or an understanding student of the infinite way, this would not be. Because you consciously, and I call your attention to the word consciously, you consciously and daily would be realizing there is no power in form or effect. All power is in the I that I am. The kingdom of God is within me. Therefore, God has given dominion unto me over all form, whether in the sky or in the air, or in the sea and the earth, on earth, beneath the earth, or above the earth. God has given all power unto me, the I that I am. I am the very personification of God power. I am the individualization of God power. God individualizes its power as the I that I am, and I am the power unto form and effect, and nothing from without can enter that defileth or maketh a lie, for I am the life of all form. I am the substance of all form. I am the cause. I am the law. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Now, I teach these things because that is the way it has been revealed to me. And you nod and say, yes, isn't it lovely? I'm glad it's true. And then promptly tomorrow find out it isn't true because you've caught a cold, or you've fallen down and had an accident and got hurt, or something else happened to you, and you say, oh, Joel says this, or the infinite way says this, but look at me. But that's because you have misunderstood. I have said that this is the letter of truth. But I have said that it's of no power to you or no avail to you, except in proportion as it has become a constituted part of your consciousness. Therefore, I have given you this truth, not because it's truth, but because it will become truth to you in proportion to your embodiment of it. Therefore, if you would persistently, consciously, daily, have a period of meditation or contemplation in which you would declare within yourself, thank you, Father, that all power has been given unto me, and that through thee I have power over the animal, vegetable, and mineral world. I and my Father are one, and all that the Father hath is mine. The grace of God is mine, the power and the presence and substance cause and activity, and nothing out here shall enter that defileth or maketh a lie. Nothing from out here can approach my dwelling place. For I and the Father are one, and I am the law. Through God, not of myself, but through God, through the grace of God, I am the law. Through my God-given dominion, I am the law, unto all form and effect. Now, if you followed that program for a while, something specific would happen. Either you would get sick, or some of your family would get sick, or a friend, and then you would sit down and say, wait a minute, what have I been taught? Well, what is this appearance? This appearance says that a germ out there did this to me, or to my relative, or to my patient. But that can't be true. There is no power in form. There is no life, truth, intelligence, substance in form. I am the law. I, the universal I, which I am, is the law, unto all form and all effect. And so whether it's germ, infection, contagion, heredity, or any other law of matter, it isn't a law. I am the law, and I am infinite. My God being, that part of me which is the spark of God, is the law unto this end. Get thee behind me, Satan, you belief that there is a power in germs, infection, contagion, and heredity. Get thee behind me, Satan, all these universal beliefs in a person, a selfhood, a power apart from God. Thou couldst have no power over me, or my family, or my household, or my friends, unless it were given thee of God, unless I gave it to you, because the I of me is God. And within minutes, hours, or days of consciously continuing that line of argument, which we call treatment, the thing would disappear. And you say, well, by heavens, that's true then. That wasn't power out there, only as long as we accepted it as power. But one with God was a majority. One with truth was a majority. All the people in my neighborhood believed that was power, but I didn't, and I healed it. For me, for you, for whoever would listen. Oh, now I know. You can't fool me now. That's not power. Well, you were just about getting feeling good about that when somebody would come along with something worse. Something even of a more dangerous universal belief. And this time you'd really have to sit down and maybe give 5 treatments a day. But the upshot would be that this thing would disappear into its native nothingness, and you'd say, by heaven, I did it again. It's true, then, that that isn't a power out there. But by heavens, it sure acts as a power as long as I can be buffaloed into accepting. Look what it's doing to the world. Why, the world is hypnotized into fearing a little germ, a little atom. Now, you see, a year of that, and there would be no belief that could present itself to you from the world that you couldn't smile at. You say, I've proven it's not power. And now I know it isn't. All right, the Wright brothers, when they proved their principle, flew 57 seconds. What difference did it make? As far as we're concerned, they proved that we can fly 1,000 miles an hour and stay up forever, even though they could only demonstrate it for 57 seconds. And I say to you that the moment you heal your first cold, that's all I care about. After that, it's up to you. If you want, that should be enough to prove to you that a cancer isn't any more than a cold. If one is in power, the other is in power. But you're not going to prove it without a lot of hard work. Over and over I've told how the first tuberculosis case, 13 weeks to the first stretch, 13 months to the second plateau. See? Hard work. I wish I could get back those letters. A whole trunk full they are that I wrote in 13 months, from 4 to 20 pages each. It wasn't for the patient's sake, it was clarifying my thought. Every statement I wrote down that I thought I was writing to her meant nothing to her. It was anchoring me. Every time I wrote them, I was impressing my own mind with it.